Lega, led by Eurosceptic Matteo Salvini, managed to bring in votes from other parties, including Forza Italia, which saw votes drop to 8%, and Fratelli d'Italia, which decreased to 3.8%. With the rise in Lega's favor, the party is now neck and neck with Five Star Movement, whose popularity has decreased from 31.1% in 2016 to 29.5% in this year's new polls. In the poll run by SWG and commissioned by TGLA7, Lega now stands at 27.5% of votes, coming in second to coalition partner M5S, as the country prepares for a rerun of the election next year. The right-wing party received majority of its votes from the center-right, as Mr. Salvini, popular right-wing politician, is slowly gaining electoral support in Italy. Despite its long-standing stability, Forza Italia collapsed by 1.7% this week, while Fratelli d'Italia dropped in support from 4.7 to 3.8 in the past year. And according to a study done by Italian newspaper Il Fatto Quotidiano, 6 out of 10 Italians showed a lack of support for Italy's new interim Prime Minister, Carlo Cottarelli. Mr. Cottarelli, a former official at the International Monetary Fund, was nominated for the role by Italy's President Sergio Mattarella and will form an interim government amid Italy's political upheaval. He is expected to head caretaker government until Italy forms a new government in a snap election, expected to take place in September or October this year. Getty Matteo Salvini, leader of right-wing Lega, is gaining support in polls. On Sunday night, Italy's populists expressed their outrage following failed attempts at forming a government, after Mr. Mattarella rejected their choice of a Eurosceptic economy minister. This comes nearly 3 months since the country's general election on March 4, with hopes that a new coalition government would be formed by anti-establishment M5S and hard-right Lega. However, all hopes were dashed after the coalition disintegrated when Mr. Mattarella rejected the coalition's economy minister, in order to honor of the country's commitment to the euro. Mr. Mattarella said, "The uncertainty over our position has alarmed investors and savers both in Italy and abroad. Membership of the euro is a fundamental choice. If we want to discuss it, then we should do so in a serious fashion." In a live address on Facebook, MS5 leader Luigi Di Maio said, "Last night was the darkest Italy's democracy has ever seen. The truth is they don't want us to take power." Lega leader Mr. Salvini lashed out at Mr. Mattarella, threatening mass protests. He said, "If there's not the okay of Berlin, Paris or Brussels, a government cannot be formed in Italy. It's madness, and I ask the Italian people to stay close to us because I want to bring democracy back to this country." Additional reporting by Maria Ortega.